Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Get Inspired with Charity Asukwo. Of course, let me start with thanking all our subscribers, our viewers. Your subscription, likes, and comments encourage me to do more. God bless you all. On today's episode, we have someone who, in addition to inspire us, who will be informing and enlightening us about financial matters. Please welcome with me Mr. Kingsley Asukwo.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Charity. It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much, sir. You are welcome.
Thank you.
All right, then, let's proceed to the interview process. Our first question says, please, could you kindly introduce yourself, giving us an insight into your background?
Absolutely. Thank you very much for that question. My name is Kingsley Asukwo, and most people call me the King of Finance. I have a diverse background, bachelor's degree in physics, associate degree in avionics, who I got when I was in the military, and IT, associate degree in IT, master's degree in divinity, but I major in finance and business planning. For about 5 years, I have been a licensed financial professional since I left the military, and I focus on educating and coaching people through different areas of financial planning, investment management, and business strategy. I am passionate about helping individuals achieve their financial stability and security. You can see my background as financial literacy is one of the things that I push so much in our community. So that's a little bit about me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Our next question says, why is there a crucial need for financial education, especially given the times we are in?
Financial education, financial freedom, financial education will give financial freedom. And let me tell you, financial freedom is not just a dream, it's a priority. And without financial education, you cannot get financial freedom. Um, it's a crucial need. There's a crucial need for financial education. People needs to understand how money works. People needs to understand the basic principles of building a financial foundation. That is why you see in many cases, if you dash people money, if you give people money, if they win lottery, they can spend it all. Meaning that it doesn't depend on how much money you have, but the main important thing that will get you to financial freedom is financial education. You have to educate yourself about financial issues. One thing I usually tell people is you have to get educated in anything you want to put your money. Most people make mistakes. They take their money to someone to invest for them, maybe in real estate. If you've been making that kind of mistake, you need to study what you want to invest your money and try to do it yourself with the help of other people. Don't give people money. Don't wire your money to someone, to a coach someday, and they will use that money to enrich themselves to your own detriment. I usually ask people, who do you think will manage your money the best way? It's only you, meaning you need to be your own money manager. You need to understand what you want to do. Otherwise, it would take a long time for you to achieve financial freedom. So financial education is very, very crucial in our time that we are in.
Okay. The next question says, in your own view, sir, why do people all over the world generally stress over money?
Absolutely, that's a good question. Um, People all over the world stress about money because of lack of financial education. Um, they usually said, the people used to ask, why is the poor getting poorer and the rich getting richer is because of one thing. There's something the rich people know and the poor people do not know. It's all about the education, you know. And if you check around your community, where you're working, where you live, where you fellowship, where you shop, you find out that mostly everybody around you are are stressing with money. Although, especially look at sometimes in the morning, like the rush hour, very early in the morning, go to, the stop sign where people are going to work, even after coming back from work. If you're a worker, by the time you're going to work 9 to 5, that time you see a lot of traffic, meaning there's a lot of people stressing with money. And most times you drive and you stop on the stop sign, you see all other people going to work. If they are not stressed with money, they won't go to work. And going to work doesn't help, because you make that money today, tomorrow you spend it all. Most people make a lot of money. They're stressing because of lack of financial education. So it is very crucial for people to get empowered with this knowledge. You have to make a decision to sit down and educate yourself, help avoid debt, and prepare for the unexpected, challenges that will come in life. In today's volatile economy, you see, people are talking about Bitcoin, that and that and that. You have to understand how those things work. Otherwise, you go put your money because you hear Mr. B is putting his money in, Bitcoin. You follow and put it there, and tomorrow you lose money. So we have to educate ourselves. We have to seek financial knowledge in anything that you want to do, so that you can have long-term security and stability in your finances.
Thank you very much, sir. The next question says, why are some smart moves, such as planning for retirement and buying life insurance, so unpopular even in today's world?
That's a good question. Like I said earlier, there's something that the rich people know and the poor people do not know, and that is they gain it through financial knowledge, financial literacy, and most of them will end up paying financial professional, licensed people to handle their finances. People that are educated in finances, to educate them and help them, structure their finances. So one of the things, like we said, is lack of financial education. Let's say, most times I tell people that life insurance, is one of the best places, to become financially stable. And most people will not understand because they think life insurance is something that pays when you die. I just had a client of mine came in today. It's a young guy. Thank God he had some life insurance, but he has this very chronic kind of ailment right now that's just been diagnosed. He cannot even walk a distance. And I told him, yeah, this is how your life insurance will help you now, because you can go make a claim, and if you have any chronic, any critical, any terminal disease, your life insurance, if you get the right one, will pay you up to 50 to 90% of your life insurance money. You can use that to take care of yourself. One of the complaints is health insurance cannot cover the medical expenses that the surgery is about to undergo, right? So for me, life insurance is like a foundation. Some of the product like Financial Foundation, IUL, it gives you 4 things. When you're talking about money, it gives you 4 things. One is it gives you that protection against anything that will happen in your health. When your health go down, it's going to pay you and you're going to take care of yourself. Number 2, a good life insurance product will give you growth just like you see in the, in the stock market. The next thing it will give you is safety. You're not going to lose your money. I think it's in the financial world that you have what is called state guarantee fund. Any amount you have in your life insurance is guaranteed to pay 100% no matter what, even if the company go bankrupt. The fourth thing is tax advantages. It gives you tax advantages. You can access your money tax free, and then the other product that we have out there can only give you either safety or growth. But look at life insurance products, the IUL, even the index annuity. It gives you four good factors and a lot of benefit that are like living benefit in case you get sick. So I will advise someone who's starting out to get some protection, because life happens to everybody. If something happens, if you become sick, you cannot go back to work, or you cannot, for example, God forbid, you cannot sit like this and do this interview. How are you going to make money? You cannot go back to work. How are you going to make money? The number one cause of poverty, especially in the civilized world, is chronic illness, terminal illness. As soon as you're diagnosed and you cannot work again, everything, including your family finances, will go down. So it's very important we have the foundation, which is life insurance. Anything life throws at you, it will bounce back, and you're going to go back up again. Your family will go back up again. So that's a little light I can throw on life insurance and other ways we can plan. I know we have things like a 401k at work, we have Roth IRA, we have traditional IRA, we have the SEP IRA. All those things, all those ones are traditional, and you can only get one out of two, safety or growth. You cannot get both. Just like putting your money in the bank, you can only get safety. It's not going to go anywhere, but you're not going to have growth. So that is what I can say about the traditional way and the new way of using life insurance, to build wealth.
Okay, thank you very much. The fifth question says, peradventure we have a viewers who is in financial debt. What's your best financial advice for them to become debt-free?
All right. So there's no one way, for everybody. There's no set one rule for everybody when it comes to finances. I usually, let people understand that I'm not trying, being on this call, this interview today, anything I say should not be interpreted as a financial advice. You have to consult with your financial professional. That's one of the things. It depends on individual situation. But I can speak for myself and some other people that have helped through the process of getting out of debt. 2018, I got out of the military because I wanted to get out and pursue my own dream, which has always been in the financial industry. Got licensed that same year, but I was in debt. What was the debt? I had about $6,000 credit card debt, and I bought a car, and the balance on that car was $16,000, making it $22,000. Credit card. Total debt. Guess what? It took me 1 year to pay off that debt. Why was that possible? It's because I had a plan. I had a mentor who walked me through the process. When I just started getting my license, he walked me through the process, and I follow it. I do it consistently. The plan that was laid out for me, and that's how I was able to pay off $22,000 in one year. Another thing that helped me, I usually tell people there are two ways you can get out of debt. Either you make more money or you reduce your expenses. Either you make more money or you reduce your expenses. That's the two ways you can get out of debt. And then let's talk about making more money. I got my license. I was still working by then. I got my license. I started helping people and I got paid. That means I made additional, my license gave me additional money to be able to add and pay my debt. Then what about spending less? The credit card that I had $6,000 on it, I did what is called a surgical, I cut it. I did not cancel it. I cut it. I didn't want to use it again. Look at what happened. My coach that time told me, Kingsley, you don't need a credit card now until we pay off this 6,000 before you can start using it again. And when you use it, you pay it off at the end of the month. And one thing happened. As soon as I cut that credit card, I went to rent a vehicle. I traveled and I went to rent a vehicle with Enterprise Rent a Car. And they told me, you need a credit card. And I called my coach. You said I don't need a credit card. Now I want to rent a car. They wouldn't let me without a credit card. They said, go to Dollar Rental. And they get debit card. They take debit card. And surprisingly, I went there, they took debit card. He said, do you have money in your debit card? I said, yes. One of the conditions was while paying off my debt, I had to start building emergency fund. So there's no one way that can fit everybody, but you have to make more money to be able to get out of debt. And you have to reduce your expenses to be able to pay off your debt faster. There are things, there are other methods like debt roll-up. That's the thing I use. I started with the lowest debt, paid off, use that same balance, continue to pay the highest one. That's how I was able to pay 22,000 off in 2 years. I mean, in 1 year, sorry. So that is one of the things there are so many things that hold people back. You can have $2,000 in debt. It will take you more than 5-10 years. You won't be able to pay it off because one, you're still adding to it, and probably you're paying just the minimum. It would take you, depending on the interest rate, it would take you, if you divide the interest rate with 72, you will know how many years it will take you to pay off that debt. If let's say your interest rate is 20%, or let's say 10% to make the math easy. If you divide 72 by 10, it will take you 7.2 years to pay off $2,000 because the interest is really high. Most people are just paying interest. That's why most people make payment on their credit card and you don't see the balance going down because you're paying more on the interest. So I will stop there so I don't go on and on and go out of point. Thank you.
Our next question says, what's your go-to financial advice for anyone seeking to have a good financial standing or financial security?
My advice is to take action. I've met a lot of people. I'm gonna get life insurance next tomorrow. The longer you wait, the more you're gonna pay in future. Procrastination is really bad. When it comes to financial matters. If you're to do budgeting, you have to start. This is January. This is the right time to start budgeting. If you want to save money, this is the right time. If you wait for the right time, you will never get anything done. First thing is take action. First thing is education. Educate yourself on what you want to do. If you want to save money, you want to buy life insurance, get with a financial professional. For me, I can sit down with you and help you through the process of anything. Is simplified because most people think financial issues are complicated. It's not, because you don't have someone that can explain it in a language that you understand. Like as a friend is talking to a friend. That's how I educate my clients. First thing is education. Number 2 is to take action. And number 3 is to stay the course consistently over a long period of time. You will achieve financial freedom. Most billionaires we see today, they did not inherit money from their parents. All they do is to seek the knowledge, they start saving aggressively, and they invest that money, grow that money over a long period of time, and they'll become financially free. The other people get their salary, they blow it off, wait for the next month. That's how you get stuck in being broke. And I read something today. It was very funny. It says, if I'm broke and you're broke, that's a bad company. So check, so check people around you and look for people that are doing better. Look for a financial professional that you can trust. You can share, sit down once in a while and talk about finances, discuss with your family, with your husband, talk about finance. This is how much that comes in. This is how much we spend. Focus on assets. Focus on assets. They say the poor people, buy things. They spend money. The rich people buy assets, and then the wealthy people, grow their money. They have money, make money for them. But it doesn't matter where you are, you can get there. But it just take education, taking action, doing it over a long period of time, and and staying the course, and then you will get there. Some of the things I would like to share about something that is not helping people is no budget. You cannot live your life without a budget. Everything have manual. The only thing that don't have manual is your paycheck. Your car you bought, they give you a manual in case something goes down. You can go fix it. You can read and know what it needs. Everything, even our own life, how we have to live our life. If you're a Christian, you have a Bible. The only thing that don't come with a manual is your paycheck. So it's your duty to get a budget. A budget will be the manual, the GPS that will take you to where you're going. If you're just spending as it comes, you're going to remain there forever. Number two is no goals. Most people don't have goals. They just dream. Oh, I will get this. And you don't take it as a goal. You don't work towards it. Most people spend a lot. They spend a lot. They know they're going to spend a lot. They don't care about it. They still keep spending because they know they're going to go back to work tomorrow. No emergency fund. You have to start building emergency fund. Keep 3 to 6 months of your income somewhere you won't touch, just for emergency. And all of us, we know what emergency can be. It can be in the family, it can be health, it can be debt, it can be loss of car, you can lose your house, anything can happen to you. And then if you have that, cushion money, emergency fund, you can take care of it without going to debt. You have to stop living paycheck to paycheck. For me, I think our paycheck should be a seed that we have, to use and invest and grow for tomorrow, because we're not wired to work for the rest of our lives. That's why there's retirement. So if someone is living paycheck to paycheck, it's going to get a long time for that person to retire. Probably will not retire, except death will retire the person, or sickness. Increasing debt. If you know your debt is going up, try and reduce it. Right? I'm talking about the bad debt. There are some debt that are good. No interest in their financial future. Most people don't have interest in their financial future. This is if you're going to work to make money, to become financially free, then financial freedom should be your goal. You should learn more about it, not just going to work and make the money. Forget about what the money was to be meant for, you and your family. So those are the things I will advise, the advice I'll give to someone who wants to be financially free. I hope I answer your question.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
I want to chip in a question. Probably during the process of your response, I pick one or two things.
Right.
And I want to chip in the last but not the least question.
Mhm.
Like, what advice do you have for the youth out there that believes any money that comes into their hand is for them to go shopping, buying flashy things, competing with friends, what would I say? Like showing off, that they believe any money that comes in, they don't need to save. That in their mind, they think another one will come tomorrow. So whatever they have today, they need to spend it today. Because I'm asking the question because I was talking to someone and he said, I don't know when I will die. Let me spend my money because of next of kin. Because so many next of kin out there, they don't reason, they don't think, they just spend your money. Why you work for the money, probably were just spending little by little. So these days, the youth believe, oh, let me spend my money before the next of kin come and spend my money. What
Mhm.
advice do you have for people that have that kind of a mindset?
Those kind of people will only leave experience behind. They will not leave a legacy. We come into this world to leave a legacy, leave something behind for the next generation. It's very important. Nobody will remember your name. And look at your. I'll tell those people, look at your family line. How many people can you remember? Can you remember? I mean, every time your grandpa, your great grandpa, his name is ringing in your head because he left a legacy? Maybe no. That's why we're struggling. If we continue that way, that person is setting the next generation for failure, setting them up for failure. And I always ask them, are you too busy during the first half of your life, to prepare for the second half? You just want to eat everything now and forget they're going to be alive later on after retirement. So you can enjoy life now. That doesn't mean you should not plan for tomorrow. That doesn't mean you should not, because let's say those kind of people, just like I said earlier, they're going to work for the rest of their life. They won't be able to retire because they did not save. They did not plan for the future. There's a certain percentage of your money that you can use to take care of yourself. You don't have to break the bank. Live a good life and save a certain percentage for tomorrow. Some people's tomorrow is actually tomorrow, not 10 years from now, because we don't know what will happen tomorrow. Tomorrow is unpredictable, So those kind of people don't have the knowledge, they don't reason very well. It's just, I don't know, shallow kind of mentality. If you just eat everything that you make today and then forget about tomorrow, you don't want to leave a legacy. I mean, no matter what you leave behind and how they're going to spend it, the good thing is, are you able to leave something behind so that your name will be remembered? Or you just want to spend it all, enjoy life and go? Nobody will remember you tomorrow. So now most young people should be planning for 2-3 generations. We didn't have it. Our grandparents didn't leave anything. Sometimes our parents struggled to get us where we are. They didn't have much. Is that how we want to do with our kids and our grandchildren? For example, life insurance. There's a young man I was educating. I tell him, if you get a $1 million policy for your child, you're actually keeping that money for your grandchild. It's going to pay your child if he gets sick. And maybe 100 years from now, she passes away, it's going to leave it for the next generation. That's what the rich people are doing. They're planning for the next generation, not just for today. So it's a bad idea. If someone says he wants to eat everything, you don't want to pass it down, you don't want to leave a legacy, next of kin and all that. Those are, they don't understand what you're saying. They need financial education, I think. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. It's been really informative speaking with you, sir. Thank you once again.
All right.
Dear viewers, I believe you've learned a thing or two financially literacy, which will empower and make the right financial decision. Here on out, I'm rooting for you all. Financial security is really within your reach. That's all for today's. Thank you all for watching, liking, sharing. Please subscribe to our channel if you're new. Click on the bell button and also watch our weekly episode of our program. Feel free to leave your comments below if you have a question for our guest today. Till next time, stay inspired.
All right. So one last thing, how you can reach me: if you go on Facebook, Kingsley Asukwo, you can add me, set an appointment. We do financial workshops on a daily basis, in person and on Zoom. So make sure you follow me on Facebook and get the financial education that you need. And if you have any question, just like Charity said, drop the comment under this and then reach out to her. She'll be able to reach out to me as well. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, sir. Till
All
next
right.
time.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Thanks.